So Vanessa's keeping everything in check and in line, all that good stuff. Sorry, everything was interrupted. I got a call, had to take. So you're gonna go into my reports, do my reports, and get ready for tomorrow. And that's about it. I don't think I've got much to talk about today. Not a lot going on, just other than inspection stuff. Yeah, that's about it, man. I can't think of nothing. So I'm gonna go in here and get these reports, or the report done, get it sent out, and send the termite report from this morning, get it sent out. See what Vanessa's got scheduled for me. Look at my calendar and see what's going on there. And that's about it, man. Just still working on some stuff inside the house. That's about it. Outside the inspection world, I know I know a lot of people saw my post about the mask deal, and I'm not doing a debate. I'm not one of them people that's going to argue back and forth over something. I've been wearing a mask. I've been wearing this pullover thing. I bought a bunch of these, and I've got masks. I just got these new ones made. My sister-in-law in Florida made me some more of these home tech ones. I've got another smaller one right here. Vanessa wears this small one. It's more for a woman. But, I wear them when I go into places and stuff. My whole adjustment, that's the only thing you can't really understand how the context of things when you're reading it online. Some people may take things out of context, or they don't understand the tone that's coming across. My whole thing about that is just the other day, I'm walking in Walmart, I've got my mask on, and I'd say just about everyone I've seen had on a mask. And I just felt like I was in a scene from a movie. It almost felt surreal. Like, is this really happening? Is this really real? I just feel like in some of the movies, like you see, was it the Hunger Games and all them, where you're being controlled and all this other stuff, I felt like I'm in a dome wearing a mask, and there's people above me looking in this glass. It's like, oh, we've got them wearing the mask now, and we've got them doing this. And I understand COVID's real. I know it's real. For a fact, 100%. It's just a feeling I felt when I walked in there and I seen all these people with masks on, and they're doing their things, and some are like this under their nose, some are like this halfway, and then some are like under here. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with somebody over it. I'm not saying that we're sheep. There's people that say that we are sheep and this and whatever, and the numbers are being blown out of proportion. Maybe they are, maybe they ain't, who knows. I don't know the reason for all of it, other than just for protection or not. I don't know. You can't compare one area to another area. Well, people here are doing this and they're fine. Well, people here in this area are doing fine. Everything's different in one area, Louisiana and all them, Texas, You know, they're prone to flooding and stuff, and they've got hurricanes coming there. So they're going to take different precautions than we are here in central North Carolina if a hurricane comes through. You know, if you're like at the coast, you're going to take different precautions and do things a lot differently than if you're in the middle of the state, you know. So every area is different. I would say even with COVID, because, you know, originally they were marking spots off on maps like there's been no reported cases in this area, no reported cases in this area, none in this area. So they were like showing all these states with the numbers, you know. Biggest numbers are like in New York and Seattle, you know. And then you got Florida. I don't know. So every area is not different, because you got some little small towns where it's just a little small town, there's nothing going on there, and people don't have COVID. I mean, it's just a fact. And there's some people that can go out and about everywhere without a mask and be on people, around people, touch people, hug people, shake their hands, whatever, and not get a sign, symptom, sneeze, cough, fever, whatever, and be fine. We're all made different. We're all created different. Some people, you can sneeze and they'll be sick the next day or the next minute. Others, it don't bother them. Everybody's immunity is different. So my whole thing from my whole Facebook post was, it just seemed weird being in there looking at all these people with masks on. It just felt surreal, and like we were a group of people like with chips in our necks and being controlled in a way. And I don't want that to be taken out of context. I'm not here to argue. Not at all. I'm just stating just my thoughts and what I've seen and what I see. You know, if somebody requires a mask, I'm going to wear it. If I'm at an inspection and they ask me to wear a mask, I'm going to wear it. I usually ask, would you prefer me to wear a mask or no? Would you prefer me to wear shoe covers or no? Would you prefer me to wear gloves or no? You know, and I've got all those things. I've got all those things right here with me, prepared every day. If it's a vacant property, you know, the only reason to wear gloves there would be to protect myself, I would suppose, because if there's already people that have been there touching and looking and doing a showing and whatever, door handles and knobs and faucets and toilets and whatever, and I touch it, you know, whatever. So I don't know, it's just, I just want to scream sometimes, you know. This is getting to be too much and overwhelming. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I just want to throw my hands up and just scream. It's just overwhelming. It really is. Because people bicker and fight about it, and it's like a bunch of high school kids. He said, she said, he's not, she's not. She's not wearing a mask, he's not wearing a mask, well, you're not worried about nobody but yourself, and blah, 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 back and forth, and arguing, grown adults, acting like high schoolers, and if somebody wants to wear a mask, let them wear a mask. If they don't. It's no use to call somebody out or, you know, well, that's my grandma that they could get, or that's my whatever they could get, whatever. Stay home then. Really, stay home. Quarantine yourself until the end of COVID. I don't know. I'm just sick of the whole scenario and the arguing and the bickering over a freaking mask or face covering or face shield. You know, even before all this COVID, anytime I go to a gas station and pump gas, I've always got sanitizer and the pump. I got the pump right here that is pump, and do my hand. I keep it right in my thing there. I've always had it with me when I go to a gas station, and I do that. I always wash my hands, even before COVID. You know, I've always been a clean person, especially doing construction and stuff like that, and working under houses, and you know, touching things in crawl spaces and plumbing parts and drains and sinks. I always keep sanitizer on me. I've always done it for 20 something years or more. I've always done that. So it's nothing new to me. It's just this whole mask deal and people bickering and arguing and calling people out and fighting over a freaking piece of cloth mask that some say is good and some say is not. And why do you think surgeons wear them? Why do you think this mask is this and all these memes and images and about people peeing on people and somebody wearing I don't know what it was. What is the one people have? Somebody has on a pair of pants, and then somebody does, and somebody's peeing on somebody, and they're protected or whatever. I don't know. It's all, I don't know. I'm freaking done with it, man. I'm freaking done with it. I'm just tired of it. I don't want people to argue over it and ask people, why don't you wear a mask? Why don't you? Because I know what's behind that why don't you. You're really trying to call them out and make them feel like they're doing something wrong or they're in the wrong or whatever. I mean, we are who we are, and we're all in control of ourselves. And if somebody don't want to wear a mask, then that's on them, you know. And then you say, well, maybe on them, but what about me? What about my family? They're not looking out for us. We should look out for each other. Only time people look out for each other is when there's a freaking solar eclipse and we're all looking at the solar eclipse together, or there's fireworks, or we're with our families opening Christmas presents. You know, most of the time we're bickering at each other, fighting at each other over stupid crap. This is high school stuff. Grown adults arguing over mask, coronavirus, politics, all that. It's just stupid. Calling people names, calling Trump dump, Joe Biden Sleepy Joe or whatever, pervert, pedophile. I mean, people, grown adults calling other grown adults names. I don't get it. I just don't get it. People that you don't actually know personally, you're calling them names. It's all from hearsay and stuff, and people don't do their research, and they post stuff online. People believe it, and they start sharing it, and so-and-so blocked my, or took down this post. Hurry and share it before it gets taken down again, and blah, blah, blah. And God, people, just, can't we go back to a simpler time? All this technology and people wanting stuff instantaneously is just, technology is just, it's going to be the doom of all people, because everything is instant. You can share something massively over the world like that in a video or whatever, just streaming, and it may be on YouTube for 5 seconds, but somebody's going to see that, and they're going to copy it, and they're going to share it, and it's going to be shared so many times, and it's going to take a while to track it down, to get it all taken down. And I mean, people are evil, and technology being evil is going to be the next thing. Honestly think it's the mark of the beast. It's going to cause the doom of us as we know it. Social media is not any better. Only reason I use social media is to stay in touch with my clients, and for business purposes. That's it, marketing, whatever. I've got some friends that are longtime friends. These aren't people that I just met a few years ago. I've got some longtime, real true 20, 30-year-old friends that I keep in touch with. And I don't use social media to put people down or make them feel any less You know, back when I first started Facebook, it was right after, it was originally for college students, and this was 2008ish, I think, when I first started, 2007ish, 8, and you can only type like maybe one little line on Facebook, like you have your name and you put, "It's feeling great today." That's about as much as you can put on Facebook. Now you can write a freaking book. You can post any video. It's ridiculous. Mark Zuckerberg has done, he's done created a beast. And people are like, "This is my Facebook account. You get off of my account. You don't post that on my account. This is my account." Actually, it's Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook, and you're using it under his terms. So anyway, I'm gonna ramble for another 16 minutes if I don't stop. Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you guys. If you need home inspection, 336-989-8185, hometechnc.com, or schedule at hometechnc.com. Peace.